matter to Judge Kane's court.
Melinda Fowler, file 251794 is a open intox on a motor vehicle. 251817 is a retail fraud in the city of Three Rivers. 251812 is an open intox on a motor vehicle. 241408 is a retail fraud. The last lady, sort of on an all downhill roll, and then we had the other lady earlier. You got about 5 cases. We're gonna set all of them for final pretrial and try to work out a package deal.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Fowler, are you still, all I had is a P.O. Box 402. Where are you actually staying?
I stay at the DV shelter.
That's right. All right. We'll set all these for a final pretrial. All files.
Things start calm, just another routine morning in Judge Kane's courtroom. But pay attention, behind these case numbers and quick decisions lie tangled lives. When the judge mentions package deals, it's not about bargains, it's about balancing justice for multiple charges at once. For defendants like Fowler, it's a turning point. Take a plea or risk trial. You can almost feel the fatigue in the room, so many stories stacking up, each carrying its own chaos. But trust me, before this docket ends, emotions are going to explode.
If you do move, let Mr. Truckee know where you are so we can make sure we get notice to you. Okay? All right, you're good to go.
Thank you.
So that leaves Mr. Beller, Mr. Moore, and Mr. Ivory.
Mr. Moore is here.
Well, we got more people than that.
Yes, I've got a couple more for you, Judge. I've got
Oh, good. That cheers me up.
Miss Green and Miss Wainwright or Miss Eldridge. They're the same person, but Miss Jennifer Green is a plea. Miss Wainwright is a plea. And Mr. McLean is a bond condition that I would expect Angelique to be here on.
Well, she is probably at lunch.
What's that?
Boy, we got one. I'm not sure I can do all this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more pleas in a half an hour. I'm not sure there's enough hours in the day to do this. Keith Beller.
He's in custody.
Shay Whiz. All right.
I asked for knowledge on all of these.
Eric Thompson, what do we know? That's the last pretrial.
Yes.
Mr. Thompson here.
Yes, he is.
Mr. Thompson, you've been very patient. I don't think you owe me any money. Do you still live at Cato Lane?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is a 2-count domestic violence case. The no contact provisions are still in effect. You're free to go.
Thank you.
We'll set a final pretrial and hope for the best. All right, you're good to go. What's the matter? We run out of bodies?
No, I've got 2 more back there.
Yes, let's do Keith Beller. Mr. McLean is in custody or he's not in custody?
Mr. McLean is not.
All right.
You got my number. All right, stay in touch.
Yes. Thank you.
Mr. Beller has 21 days credit.
That was going to be a plea to DV first.
We've got a system now. We've got a shuttle system going back and forth.
All right, we're almost done with the in custodies. They're all missing prime rib and lobster for lunch today.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir. You Keith
Good morning.
Beller?
Yes, sir.
Let me get your file here, Mr. Beller.
Here's where the courtroom mood shifts completely. When you hear domestic violence, the tension immediately thickens. Judges know these are never just legal cases, they're personal storms. Notice how Judge Kane's tone changes, careful, measured, almost protective of the process, because every word here decides whether Bella walks free or faces jail. And when family's sitting right behind him, that pressure can break anyone. This isn't about guilt or innocence alone, it's about control, regret, and raw emotion colliding in real time.
In this case, it's alleged that on or about 9/11, September 11th, that you assaulted Jordan Stewart, someone you had a dating relationship with or resided together, as a second offense. They are reducing the matter to a domestic violence first offense. Domestic violence first offense is not punishable by up to a year in jail. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail. Is that your family out there?
Yes, sir.
They're gonna have to take them outside. They're gonna,
I got it.
132
from 162.
it's just, sometimes don't have, the children don't belong here, but they don't have the option not to bring them here. All right, Mr. Beller, are you gonna plead to domestic violence?
Yes, sir.
First offense? Did anyone threaten you to get you to plead to this?
No, sir.
Or promise you anything?
No, sir.
Do you understand if you do plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will be no trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. Mr. Truckee is here with you. You could also hire an attorney of your own choosing if you wished. If you had a trial, you'd have a right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf. You don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. And you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Who is Jordan Stewart to you?
Girlfriend, the last 5 years.
Well, there's nothing in the booking form.
If you'd like, I can establish a factual basis.
Yes, would you?
You're Keith Beller,
Yes, sir.
and on 9/11 of 25, were you in the city of Sturgis?
Yes, sir.
Did you have an altercation with Jordan Stewart?
Yes, I did.
And Jordan Stewart's a domestic partner of yours, a girlfriend?
Yes.
And did she end up tumbling to the ground during that altercation?
Yeah, she did.
Okay, and did you have permission to cause that,
Um,
to cause her to fall?
yeah, I didn't have permission. No, I mean,
No.
we did. Yeah.
I think that gets the elements, Judge.
This exchange right here, this is where truth leaks out. When defendants start explaining why, instead of what, you glimpse the human side of criminal law. Rough times, no place to stay, these aren't excuses. They're windows into struggle, but legally, it doesn't erase what happened. Judges listen for accountability, not justification. And the calm way Judge Kane handles it shows experience. He's heard every story, every heartbreak. But you can tell, part of him still hopes each person learns something before it's too late.
What are you arguing about?
Just going through rough times right now. It's been rough for a lot of people out there. So, I mean, we're just arguing because, establishing a new place to stay and everything else. And,
This was at Gateway. Whose apartment was this?
no apartment.
It just happened to be there?
Yeah, that's where they came to when she called, and she just met them up there, and then they walked and came and got me.
It's at a campsite.
All right. I need to give notice to the complainant and the prosecutor. Today is the 3rd. I'm gonna set it for there's just too much to do. Every spot is filled. Gee whiz. Mr. Truck, are you available on October 13th at 11
I'm not at 11, but I am earlier or later.
at 10:30?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Beller, you can go with the court officer. We'll set this as soon as we can, as 10 days. I'm not gonna amend your bond. You have a previous assaultive history. There's an R&O in there, some other stuff, a previous domestic assault. So your bond will remain as set, which is $2,000 cash or surety. All right. Who do you have left in there? Let's bring him.
Take care of yourself. The class reunion is on October 18th.
That would be interesting.
Mr. Bell and I went to school together.
All right, we have a lot of that. All right. It's in downtown Leonis.
It is a.
What do we do with Vincent Caldwell?
It's called, well, we did that one way early. He was like in and out this morning before.
Did we
things got
plead him?
rolling. No, he's working on with this Joshua, some attorney out of Birmingham.
Oh,
Restoration.
yeah.
He was one of the lucky ones today.
Yeah, he got in early.
And just like that, The docket flips from domestic conflict to street survival. When you hear Ivory's story unfold, you realize this courtroom isn't just for criminals, it's a revolving door for people society's forgotten. Charged with lying to police and assault, his life reads like a map of bad luck and bad choices. Sleeping under bridges, giving fake names, getting pepper sprayed, it's chaos on repeat. But listen closely when he explains himself. You might start asking, is this really justice, or just survival under a different name?
Good morning, sir, or good afternoon now, I guess. Are you Cortrell Ivory?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ivory, you got charged with lying to a police officer, aggravated assault, and assault and battery. Let's take a look at this. One of the reasons it's hard to find the cases is that it skips. You scroll down a little bit and it skips. It's alleged that on or about 9/11 in Three Rivers that you did lie to Officer Gavin Flynn, make statements that you knew were false or misleading. It's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. The second count is aggravated assault. It's alleged you made a serious or aggravated assault upon Shelley Rome, causing an aggravated injury. That's punishable by up to a year in jail, a fine of up to $1,000. Third count is assault and battery upon someone named Richard Hardenberg. According to this, you're going to plead to giving false information to a police officer and assault and battery. Is the assault on Mr. Hardenberg?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right. Mr. Ivory, those are both punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. According to your lawyer, you're going to plead guilty to those charges. And the charge of aggravated assault would be dismissed. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to this?
No, sir.
Do you understand? I've spent a half an hour today just going through the advice of rights repeatedly. Do you understand, Mr. Ivory, that if you do plead guilty to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will be no trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. Mr. Truckee is here with you. You could also hire an attorney of your own choosing if you wish. If you had a trial, you'd have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf. But you don't have to, because you have a right not to testify. If you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury cannot hold your silence against you. And you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. All right, let's talk about this. Were you sleeping under the Peeler Street Bridge here earlier in September with this Mr. Hardenberg and this Shelley Rome?
I was there by myself. One of my friends had he went to jail. He told me to watch over his stuff and stuff like that. So I was back there by myself. But I had met Miss Shelley like earlier that day, and she came back there and hung out with me for a little while.
All right, and did you punch this Richard in the face?
Did I punch him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right. And then what false information did you give to the police? A
I told him
false
wrong,
name.
yeah. But it not to do nothing with the case. It was just because
You said your name was Christopher Ivory instead of Cortrell. Is Christopher your brother?
that's my cousin.
I bet he appreciated that.
That moment right there, pure irony. He used his cousin's name, thinking it'd save him trouble, but instead it lands him deeper in the system. Happens more often than you'd think. What's fascinating is how calm the judge stays, no shouting, no drama, just logic slicing through confusion. It's the quiet professionalism that hits hardest. And Ivory? You can feel he's half ashamed, half defensive. This isn't a Hollywood courtroom. This is what real-world justice looks like, messy, tired, but still trying to be fair.
Where are you from?
I was born in Alabama,
How'd you end up in Three Rivers under the Peeler Street Bridge?
and I came up here with one of my friends. You know what I'm saying? He told me that I can get a job and stuff up here, but when I got up here, they ended up kicking me out. So
How long you been here?
about 4 months.
Well, there is jobs here. It's about to get cold. You ever been to Michigan winter?
Now people was telling me though. They was
Well,
telling me it's a different kind of cold.
you're in for a surprise.
Yeah.
If I were you, I'd head back to Alabama when you get out of jail here. I got the same problem as I had in the other one, Ross. I gotta find a place to put this.
It's on the A and B. We have to have the victim notice.
Well, he punched these people in the face. They ended up in the hospital. I want to get more information. I don't want to just shoot from the hip.
Yeah, can I say something?
Yes?
I wouldn't never put my hands on no folks. They sprayed me with mace. That's like he sprayed me in my eye with the mace. You know what I'm saying? And I swung out. I really didn't know who I was hitting because that mace was burning my eyes. Then I took off running.
All right, well, let me. Ross, are you available next Wednesday, October 8th?
Yeah, depending on the time, 11.
How about 9 o'clock?
9 would work.
Need police report and victim input. All right, I think that's the last of our custodies. You can take Mr. Ivory back and get some lunch.
So we will be back next Wednesday for something. All right, well, the deputy go get a tray. All right, see you.
All right, what are we doing with Jennifer Green?
His plea.
Let's do that.
I think she's heard the advice of rights, Judge.
Yes, she's heard it a few times.
Yes, I have.
You could probably recite it to me. I'll do a quiz. Shit, my people are already trained for a civil court.
Now watch this shift. Judge Kane moves from assault charges to a shoplifting case, yet his patience never cracks. But when he jokes about his lunch and the defendant laughs, you realize the human side of the bench. Beneath the robes and procedures, these are real people managing real exhaustion. Green's been through the system before, and the judge knows it. Notice how humor becomes his tool, not to belittle, but to keep the room from collapsing under its own weight. It's courtroom empathy at work, quietly powerful.
This is file number 231021. Are you Jennifer Ann Green?
Yes, sir.
You're charged with retail fraud in the second degree. Prosecutors agreed to reduce this to retail fraud in the third degree and pay restitution. You understand?
Yes.
I have a really good brisket sandwich that I'm not gonna have time to eat.
It really needs to be eaten now, doesn't it?
It's from Barrett's Smokehouse.
Nice.
Ms. Green, the lesser charge, retail fraud in the third degree is punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. As I told you, that your arraignment, your co-defendant threw you under the bus.
Yep.
But maybe you do the same for her.
I think I need to know, I may have represented a co-defendant on this
Mystique Conde,
2 years
2 years
ago. when
ago.
it
but not
happened.
on this.
Okay, it might have been a different.
Oh, well, let me
case or
look.
something.
Well, this is not the time to hope we've got a conflict.
Yeah. I would also note that I don't remember a single solitary thing about anything I talked to that defendant about, but. And I think that Ms. Green would also waive the comment.
All right.
I have no problem with that.
All right, you waive any, I don't know if there is a conflict, but if there were, do you agree to
I
waive?
haven't seen her since then either, so I mean,
All right,
I have no issue.
well, let's see, you have some jail time under your belt here.
Yeah, I think you said something about the fines that I previously had, so I think I might have ate those up.
You got 1 day, then you kept not showing up. And you got arrested again
Mhm.
in September.
And it was like I got it last night, so 7 or 8 days, I think.
Then you got arrested at 23. You got arrested on the 26th. Gosh. All right, were you in the Menards store on that day, which was way back on March 10th of 23?
Yeah, yes,
And did you and Miss Condi take a Wi-Fi doorbell and some dog toys and some other stuff?
yes.
Well, I have $300 of bond. We forfeited it. Yeah, I tried to take care of some other stuff. This is a mess. 9/26. Are you still on probation?
I have Vivian County, which is, I take care of that on Monday.
I think you did 4 days jail, credit 4 days. I think it was more than that.
26th, correct?
What?
I went out on 26th, you said,
Yes.
and I got it last night.
You got it last night?
Yes,
Oh, okay, 26, that's 5.
it's like
And 3 is
7,
8.
8 days, I think.
That's 10 days.
Mhm.
You posted a surety bond or did you post
I
cash?
had, for here, it was the full 500.
You paid $500?
Yes,
Do we have $500 from,
it was late last night. It was like 8-ish.
Well, we talked on the phone about 9 o'clock last
Yes.
night.
and so you posted $500 cash bond?
Mhm.
All right, very good. 10 days jail, credit 10 days. The fine is 0. You already forfeited 300. There's a $75 crime victims' rights fee, a $50 state minimum fee, $150 attorney fee. And
I can pay him.
there's gonna be enough money to cover it if you posted a $500 cash bond.
Mhm. It was actually $59 to the other grant to be Berry County.
I'm over $108. I'm gonna split it in half to Menards. 125, 150, and 108 is 383. From your $500 bond, and we'll give you the balance. Or apply to any other unpaid fines. And you're barred from Menards for 1 year.
Haven't been there since that day either, so.
All right, you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. So that's clear. Stop the clerk. I don't know if there's any money left over.
Okay.
Take care of yourself, Jim. Judge, I do have a 1 o'clock with a minute.
All right, Sarah Wainwright. Where's your 1 o'clock?
Three Rivers.
Oh,
I've notified them that we're
all
here.
right, we're doing the best we can here. That was, Ms. Wainwright, you've been here as long as I have, so I appreciate your patience.
Of course.
That was Miss Green, that was 22.
Well, it was only on my license, that was my married name, profile, which is my name, that's what.
Elders is what you want to be called.
Yes, that's what I just didn't update my license.
This is file number 251685, Sarah Marie Wainwright from Indiana, charged with operating while intoxicated. Prosecutors agreed to dismiss the charge of open intoxicants, and you're going to plead to impaired driving. Is that correct? Is that your understanding, Mr. Truckee?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you heard me say impaired driving is a lesser included charge of operating while intoxicated. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $300. Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to that charge
No,
or promise you anything?
no,
Let's take a look at your ticket. That's a complaint, I guess. It's alleged that you were on M66 And that would have been in June on the 29th. And you ended up going into a ditch. Is that correct?
How about the ditch? Yes.
Yes. And had you been drinking?
At the residence, yes. And
It was someplace you wanted to get out of.
yeah, I was trying to save my own life. And I was
Yes,
trying to go to the gas station. That was right next to that ditch.
3 o'clock in the morning, 0.9096. So it's Captain Morgan and Coke. Do you accept your blood alcohol is 0.096?
Yes, Your Honor.
You don't seem to have much of a record. Ross, I'm gonna have to set this out a ways. Miss Wainwright, I appreciate your patience here. We're gonna set sentence for. It doesn't work when you just the can down the road because you never catch up. But these days are all filled, so I'm gonna set this for November 17th at 11 a.m. I think I set something on there already. Does that work for you?
Yes.
All right, you take that out to the counter. And I will see you on November 17th, and I'll find out more about this. Joe, would you give that to her?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Moore. People versus Devon Moore. Mr. Moore, you're charged with assault and battery. That is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Let's take a look at this. Allegation is that on May 7th, you assaulted someone named Carson Conley in Sturgis. What's the circumstance here, Mr. Moore? Mr. Truckee.
I think the plea would be as charged to assault and battery won't count.
All right. You heard me go through the advice of rights 50 times this morning. You've been very patient there in the front row. Do you understand you're giving those up by entering this plea?
Yes, I do.
Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to this
No, Your Honor.
or promise you anything?
No.
Did you get into it that with this Mr. Carson Conley?
Go ahead and
Yeah.
explain why.
Ish. We were playing basketball and he kept shoving me multiple times and I asked him to stop just to let it go because we were on a basketball court and next thing you know, he scratched me on my neck pretty hard.
Ouch.
Yeah, I got the police to take a picture of that. And then he asked me if I wanted to fight him because I pushed him back because he scratched my neck and we was walking and I ended up choking him instead of fighting him.
All right, I thought maybe they might have done a disturbing the peace on this, but let's set this for October 8th, the one we just did at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do you work during the day?
Do I?
Yeah,
No, I actually have a interview Wednesday,
what time?
2:30.
All right, I don't want to make you miss your interview. We're gonna do this Wednesday at 9 o'clock. All right, I'll see you then.
Thank you.
Our last matter is Jonah McLean. We're gonna set a last pretrial, but he also wants a bond motion, which we do not have time to hear. That's when all the screaming kids and everybody were waiting for this one. They want me to lift the no contact provision.
Yes, that's Mr. McLean's, the complaining witness in his case, as well as their children or her children, that they all share a household traditionally.
I can set it for Wednesday morning, but I don't have
Thank
time
you.
to do it. I've already got a
Yes.
room full of people.
You and me both, Your Honor.
Set for bond hearing October 8th, 2025 at 9:30.
4 hours in, and the judge finally admits he hasn't even had lunch. That small confession says everything about this courtroom. Endless cases, endless fatigue, but still, relentless duty. We've seen plea deals, confessions, second chances, and quiet heartbreaks, each one a reminder that justice isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's just persistence. If you found this case marathon as revealing as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more raw, unfiltered courtroom moments where every decision tells a human story.
Mr. McLean, we didn't have time to deal with your complicated circumstance this morning, so we're gonna reset it. And then we will set a last pretrial. Maybe we can accomplish both of the things at the same time. I'm sorry it took all morning to get there, but I haven't been goofing off. So you're free to go, but we'll address this next Wednesday morning at 9:30.
We talked. Call me.
All right, for everybody who's here for civil matters, thank you all. We have a civil docket, we have a landlord tenant docket, and I've been sitting in this chair for 4 hours. We went right through lunch, so I'm gonna take about a 1-minute break and eat a cookie, and we'll come back and address our criminal matters. I think I took